What up? What up? What up? What up? Hopefully everybody's having a good week. What's happening? This is another episode, Name Tape Defilade podcast, man. And things have been wild in the world, if I may say so myself. I just don't understand what's happening, man. You know, the bad stuff just keeps happening. It keeps happening all over the place, man. The only difference is now we just hear about it quicker. We hear about it a lot faster than we want to hear about it, which is rough, man. It's sad what's going on. I know I'm posting a little late about it, or I'm making an episode a little late about it. I try to have an episode or two a week for whoever's checking this out, but I'm telling you, man, the evil don't stop. The badness don't stop. This one's a little tricky. This one causes some divisionism here because people are on both sides of it. My take on it is very simple, man. I hope it stops at some point. I hope the innocent people just stop getting hurt and killed for nothing, man. That's what I hope. That's my biggest hope for the whole thing. It's just, seeing the images and some of the videos of it, man, it just brings me right back to Afghanistan when I saw some of that. And how that was over there, just the innocent people just getting hurt, man. My prayers for all those innocent people getting hurt, man, in Israel and Gaza and all that. My thoughts and prayers to all those people getting hurt. I really wish it stops, man. But one thing that always bothered me kind of about this, I think real warriors, I think some of the real warriors really don't want all this crazy chaos, man. We really don't want to go out there and take someone's life or whatever the case is. We really don't want to do that. And then some of us do, and then some of those real warriors, they really like that. They want to get out there and go to work. They want to get out there and take someone down, if you will. But I guess if, evil only succeeds when good men do nothing. So I get it on both sides of it. I felt both ways, if you will, as far as that, man. Wanting to get after it and then wanting peace. I was on the fence both times after that, man. But I just hope that some of this chaos just stops, man, and the innocent people just stop, getting hurt for really nothing or something that I really don't understand. I'm not going to talk much on it because I really don't understand. It would be nice to have more of the peace, man. We got enough going on. Just based off what we see, we got enough going on. But welcome to another episode, people. I didn't want to start off sad like that. I just wanted to give my thoughts and prayers to those that really need them. But I'm here, for whoever's been checking out the episodes and all that. I appreciate your time. We're here. I was talking to a young man that I work with. I was having a conversation with him, man, about, as a man, having your own word and, and sticking to your own word and what you say and what you do. And I've come to learn through the military, the U.S. Army, infantry, where I was in, man, you do what you say you're going to do, or you're going to be labeled a shitbag, period. And that's how they rolled in the infantry, man. That's how the military rolled. For the most part, if you didn't do what you say you was going to do in the military, you was a shitbag. And there was nothing you could do about it unless you started doing what you said you was going to do. So if I had a message to any young men out there, if you sitting there and you telling somebody you this, you that, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you better do it. You better do it, man. Your word is the only thing you have as a man. Your word is the only thing you have, and you better stick by it and stand on it. 10 toes down. And that's just the truth. And I can't speak for everybody, but for me, and I think for most masculine men or alpha males, if you will, if we don't do what we said we was going to do, boy, that's a failure. We feel like crap. We suck. If we don't rise up and do what we said we was going to do, that hits us harder than any words you could tell us, man. That's just the truth. If I sit there and tell somebody I'm going to be there, I'm going to do that. And if I don't show up, you going to be mad, but I'm going to be worse. I'm going to feel like I'm the worst. I'm going to be a shitbag, if you will. So I ended up telling this young man, I said, look, man, just do what you said you was going to do. That's what men need to do. Do what we say, man. Do what we say. Because I've always been a strong proponent of words are not as loud as action. I said that backwards. Actions are a lot louder than words. Actions will always be louder than words because actions are facts. And facts hit. So if for example, if you sit there, you go, I'm about to slap that person right there. I'll hear you. But if you actually go up and slap that person, like some dude being disrespectful to a lady or something, and you slap them, boom, then I see what you're saying. The facts is right there. The proof is in the pudding. Taste it. Taste it with a palm slap or whatever. I saw a grown man get slapped once. It's a dude I served with in the Army. It was a big dude. Shout out to my boy Champ. I'm not going to say no other names. He knows what I'm talking about. But I saw this dude just put one, just like this, not a closed fist. He put one of these across the cheek and jawline of another grown man. Boy, that is the same as popping a little kid's balloon. I'm going to say, listen to me. That is the same as popping a child's a balloon animal at a party. That child will cry. In this situation, though, the man didn't cry. But you could see him. He was deflated. He got slapped. When you get slapped like that, you better put up or just shut up and walk away. There's nothing. Boy, if I get slapped, we got to get to work. We got to get to work. I'm not just going to get slapped like that and not get to work. If to slap another man, to slap him like Nate Diaz slap him in the octagon, which is a weirdly shaped circle, if I may add. But to really slap, like to put your hand, slap another man, that is the ultimate, like you are beneath me. Trust that. And then when the slap comes, because everybody goes, ooh, it's the Serengeti. Like when the crocodiles come in the Serengeti in Africa, all the animals go, oh, I see him. He's creeping, about to take somebody. That's the same as another grown man getting slapped. Everybody goes, the record skips. Yeah, so I don't know where I went with that one, but if you get slapped by another man. Anyway, I saw this dude slap. I saw this man deflate. It's equivalent to your child's balloon popping in the Walmart parking lot, and that child's crying now. So don't get slapped out here. I don't know how I got to that. I don't really remember how I got there, but we got there. We did. I already spoke about I had some topics here. You know, I'm by myself talking to nobody, so it helps. I know Veterans Day is coming up soon, man. Shout out to all my veterans, man. Love you, and thank you for your service. Hooah, hoorah. What do they say in the Navy? Hey. Nah, I'm just messing. But shout out to all my veterans, man. Veterans Day is coming, and my son came up to me and he said, "Hey, Dad, we're doing a Veterans Day thing at my school, and I was wondering, it's like a project of sorts, like a PowerPoints. They teaching these kids PowerPoints, and he's 10 years old, and they asked him to do a veteran PowerPoint presentation on anybody in their family that they knew that was a veteran, and my son, immediately." Which made me feel good because he was like, "Hey, Dad, I really want to do this about you. And I just need to know, what? I need to know some things about your military service. And I want to know what you did. I want to know what branch you were in. I want to know what training you had and all that." And we got to this section of, here's where I think I get a little bit irresponsible as a father because I got into it. And he's like, "Dad, what kind of training did you receive as an infantryman?" And I don't know what happened. I must have had a flashback or something. I just started screaming, "Snap necks, cash checks, baby." That's what I was taught. Throw flashbangs in, clear the room, check your corners. You know what I mean? Battle drill alpha. Get up in there. Travel overwatch. Overlapping fields of fire. All that. Sustained, cyclic. All that. I started screaming all that, and he was just like, Dad, I can't write this down. I don't even know what any of this is. I was like, all you need to know was Daddy was out there snapping necks, cashing checks. That's what Daddy was doing. Obviously, irresponsible moment I had. I don't know if he's going to write that in his little biography about his father. I hope he doesn't. I try to be real professional about it. But his question, man, it got me back to made me start thinking of my training again, man. Made me start thinking of those moments again. Just, just made me start thinking, man, like, I don't know how the Army infantry is now. I hope they still, I hope they're still awesome and they have great training. I don't know what's happening now. I have no idea. I got out in 2016. But when I was in, man, I remember I was in 10th Mountain. I remember the mountain training we did there. Boy, the cold weather training. I remember all that, man. I remember just like, look, if you are dying and you're freezing, you might as well die before you quit. That's how we were rolling back then. Boy, I remember that. Like, if you was just, you couldn't really quit, man. Like, you couldn't, I mean, you could, but like, your unit's gonna go, we hate you. We don't want you there. And they're gonna let you know with actions. Man. And I'm just glad I was able to put up, and I was glad I was able to get through that, man. Like, the infantry is, I know all the MOSs in the U.S. Army. They support the combat arms, man. Everything is support combat arms. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But I don't feel like I'm wrong. Everyone supports combat arms. No, I wasn't special forces. I didn't really have time to go for that. When I was young. I wasn't really thinking about any of that stuff, man. I had a family real young. My mind was all over the place. Could I have done it? Maybe. I was a little bit of a PT stud, if you will, but didn't really think about doing any of that. But just being in the infantry, man, just the day-to-day with the infantry, it was a lot of BS. It's 90% BS, 10% we get to do our job, which, if you training with your unit, man, and everything's going good, and you guys are having some solid training, bro, like, I tell you, deployment's going to be good. Deployment's going to be good, man. The cohesion is good. It's just good. I remember, like, as a 240 gunner, because I humped the pig, I remember my squad leader, man. I'm not going to say any names on here, but I remember my squad leader, weapon squad leader, was like, hey, you are humping the pig. Anybody in your way when you need to get down in that right area because your team leader tells you to, your AG tells you where to go, you tell them to get the fuck out of the way. And you say it just like that. And I remember thinking like I'm humping the most casualty producing weapon on the line. I got to get there. You know what I mean? It's like Antetokounmpo trying to get to the hole with the rock. Get out the way. I'm dunking. That's why I need to be there. Oh, man, that charged me up. All right, now I'm reminiscing. About the military. But it is a name tape defilade podcast. So, I'm making sure my head's low enough, right? I can still do my job, right? I know Halloween's coming up. Halloween's coming up. As I get older, I start to realize I don't celebrate anything. I don't even make plans to celebrate anything until it's happening. Like when my birthday comes around, I don't even remember it's my birthday because I'm so busy working, doing comedy, raising a family. I don't got time to think of me. That's what a good man don't got really time to think of, oh, wait, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. I want some number one dad cups. Nah, we don't think of that. When my birthday comes, I wake up in the morning, my family's like, happy birthday, it's your birthday. How do you feel? And I'm like, ew, get away from me, man. I got to go do man stuff and go to work. Nah, that's not my response, but like it might as well be my response. But yeah, man, when my birthday comes around, I don't even remember it. I'm like, oh, it's my birthday? How old am I? I'm getting old. I had a tooth fall out this year, so, age is creeping up. But, same thing with all these holidays, Thanksgiving, Halloween, and all that, right? Halloween's coming up. My kid's like, Daddy, we going to get costumes, and we going to do this, and we going to do that. I just want to be one of those dads that are good at scaring his kids and scaring other kids in the family or the neighborhood. Like I'm good enough. They taught us how to camouflage and the difference between cover and concealment in the infantry. I figured I can blend in and make a partial ghillie suit and terrorize kids to the point they forget Halloween. I think I want to do it with like a Nerf gun or something. Make them real feel it. Nothing that'll hurt them. Calm down. Nothing that'll hurt them. But I Halloween was when I was growing up. Halloween's different now, man. You got to really watch your kids now, man. Like you really got to watch these kids now. You can't just be having them out there. I mean, you can go to a crispy HOA neighborhood, like a real crispy one that has cameras at every stoplight. They got people that sleep in the mailboxes out there. Like the community centers, like those HOA where people spy on people all the time. Those are the HOAs you want to go to, where like every house gives out candy for Halloween. I've been to a few of them crispy ones. I can't live there not because I can't afford it, because I don't want to live there. I want to be able to do what I want to do in my house. I can't be under such stringent rules. But those neighborhoods like that, them crispity dispity ones, man, like where every house is the same color. People usually wear the same clothes in HOAs. Like those are the neighborhoods you got to take your kids to now. And everybody knows it. At least where I live at, everybody knows it, man. Cars are parked everywhere, and people, but you get to leave with some, man, you'll have candy for months. Literally for months you'll have candy. But I just feel like I want to be one of those dads, man, that just scare the kids real well, just as a fun thing. I remember growing up being in this neighborhood called Woodhaven. And in our neighborhood, Woodhaven, man, back then, this had to be, 2002 to 2005, 2006 maybe. We used to have so much fun during Halloween, man. First off, we were terrible children. That's when kids used to just be bad and terrorize each other out there, stealing candy, throwing jawbreakers at each other. Those are great Halloweens. And then we transitioned into throwing eggs. I caught some fierce whoopings from my mom's like 2 days later, because everybody in the neighborhood knew. Everybody in the neighborhood knew who the baddest kids were. There was like 6 of us hanging out. And they knew, and we would go around just terrorizing, man. We would just it was fun, man. It was so fun to be like that during Halloween. I don't know if kids are doing that now. You might, somebody might come out, they might come out and hurt you or something. You don't want to do that. But back then, Halloween was cool. There was this dude, man. He was a dad in the neighborhood, man. That's why I'm talking about this. He was one of the dads in the neighborhood that he would dress up. He would wear all black, and he would wear like a white mask with some hair on it. He was a tall dude. And what he would do is that he would stand still right in the middle of the street, completely stand still in the middle of the street, and you would see him and you go, dude, that dude's about to take a soul. Because he would wait until you got close and people dared him, and he would do it like for hours. He would stand there like real still, and when people got close, he would just run at them and chase them. I remember he got us a few times, and he would do that. Like, damn, bro, that's a creative way to scare somebody. I mean, this dude stood real still. And man, now to think about it, I don't know. He could have been on some drugs, man. We never knew who that dude actually was. He could have been really trying to snag one of us, man. Dang. Yeah. I remember him doing that, man. That was a wild time, man. But Halloween's coming up, man. I hope you guys enjoy your Halloween, man. I really do. I hope it's a good Halloween. Check the kids' candy. That's one of the other great things about being parents of Halloweeners. Ha! Great thing about being a parent of a Halloween kid, man. You know how much candy me and my wife be munching on, man? What? Boy, we be like, this candy's no good for you, bro. Bow, we just be snagging it. That's like the best thing about the Halloween. But I took enough of your time here. I hope this was an enjoyable episode, man. I hope you got some laughs. I hope you got some truths. I hope your week goes well. Pay your bills. Do what you are supposed to do, right? Be nice to people, man, and be a man of your word, man. I don't got really, there's no topic of the episode, man. Just be a man of your word. You say you're going to do something, go and do it. You know? Have a good week, man. I hope all the peace comes soon, man. I hope the peace comes soon. And, I've been Matt Rivera, man. Thank you guys so much for whoever checks out the episode, man. This has been the Name Tape Defilade podcast. And you take care of yourself, man. Be well.